All right, boys. It is time. Wait, hold on. I forgot to plug my light in. No. My pop filter fell off. Okay. Let's see, how are we looking today? No, it's the wrong button. I'm looking pretty good. Full blown. Lighting's pretty good today, boys. Lighting is on point. Okay? Let's lower this music. All right. Let's pause that shit. Okay. Get the game audio in for you guys to punch it in. There we go. All right. So, you might say to yourself, can you work? Okay, good. You might say to yourself, dude, something's different. What happened to the talismans and the moon gear? I played a little Destiny 2 yesterday, and things got a little fucking crazy. I'm dying. I'm dying. Ghost Orange Cream is one of my favorite energy drinks on the market. All right. So a lot happened. So I was messing around on the moon doing bounties, which I told you guys I wanted to do all the cryptoglyph bounties. We did all those. Done. Perfect. And I ended up getting a hand cannon to drop. So I did the last daily bounty Eris had that I couldn't do Friday. Okay. While I was doing that, I had to go to Nessus for one of the nightmare bounties. So I spent a good amount of time on Nessus and I said, hey, let's just pick up the armor because we had a reason to go here. So I got rid of the EDZ armor, scrapped it all for Glimmer, and picked up the Exodus down set. And I'm going to be honest, for just a normal legendary set, it's a pretty nice hunter set. I'm not going to lie. Little digital camo on the cloak. It's very basic. It's very minimalist, but it looks pretty nice. So we got that. That being said, we're going to put the nightmare gear back on. And it works with the nightmare gear too, the Dreambane armor, which is actually really nice because the Wildwood set did not work with the Dreambane armor at all. Another couple things have happened. I might have gotten this linear on a stream, I can't remember, but I got the Dead Rammery 4 shotgun to drop with chain reaction. Each final blow creates elemental damage explosion, which is huge. Stats for all is kind of shit on a shotgun, in my opinion. I also got this pulse rifle, the Ademptus, I don't know how you say it. Repulsor brace, precision instrument. It's okay. I mainly used it to get one of my orders done, which involved getting void kills. There's the hand cannon we got, the Allegro 34. And then I was running a bunch of Altars of Sorrow, which is the activity I showed off last time. And we finished, and I got Blasphemer to drop. Now, is this roll really great? No, it's kind of not. I mean, it's a slug shotgun with 4th times the charm, which is really good. I don't know if they nerfed this, but back in the day, you wanted 2 slug shotguns to fight the raid boss, the final boss of Deepstone Crypt. So this at a time was very good. Osmosis. Use your grenade, partially refills the mag, and changes this weapon's damage type to match. It could be pretty good, especially with our gunpowder gamble, because that does count as our grenade ability, but it is what it is. The big thing, 2 big things. 1, I got another exotic to drop. So we're going to decrypt that. And 2, we go to the portal real quick. I was doing a bunch of orders, and as you can see, when we left off, we were at, I believe, rank 4. And then I got this generous generation challenge done, which boosted us from rank 4 all the way to rank 10. And what that got us, besides We're not really focused about the armor acquisition yet, but besides enhancement cores, excuse me, and enhancement prisms, is it got us 200 bright dust. Plus, completing these orders also gave us some bright dust each. So we have technically earned enough bright dust to buy something out of the Eververse store. And I think what we're gonna buy is we're gonna buy the shader. Because then we can at least shade something. We may not use it on every piece. I don't really know how I like the gold. But at least in the future, we have a shader that we can use. So I'm going to go and set that to my favorites right now. Okay. Oh, wait, here it is. Winning look, right? Yeah, I don't really like the blue. But it doesn't look too bad. So that's favorited for later. Which is great. So, we're going to decrypt the engram, and then we're going to go back to the moon, because now it's time to do the rest of the campaign. Oh, I also picked up 2 more things. Let's decrypt this shit first. Give me something good. What's this? Worm Husk. Dodging gives a small health and shield bump. I know Worm Husk used to be really meta back in the day. Pretender's Crown. Acolyte's Ambition. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. The Gate Lord. Those are all the Worm Husk variants, right? We'll stick with Shards of Galanor. Now, while I was doing activities and the like,
the world's changing, Guardian.
I picked up 2 more essences. Hold on. Make sure my light's plugged in all the way. Shit. It's flickering. There we go. So if you remember, the essences we were getting from the story quests are what gave us our armor. When you're playing on the moon, you can get more essences that give you the weapons. And they require things such as doing activities, which these 2 required: patrols, public events, lost sectors. And it also required defeating combatants with sniper rifle kills. And the other one I got required auto rifle kills. The final thing is I have to go to these parts on the destination. So for this one, I need to go to the Lunar Battlegrounds and find the captive cord. And for this one, I need to go to the Chamber of Night to claim the essence. So, I'm going to pull up a guide. Excuse me. Because I don't remember where the hell to go.
Guardian, you must prepare and adapt.
And we're going to look up Essence of Failure. Oh. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to find my way to these zones. And this will give us the auto rifle arc logic. And then that'll also give us the sniper rifle tranquility. And what those will allow us to do is now go back to the cryptoglyph and pick up new copies of these essences, redo the activities, and target farm for the gear. So let's see how to get make it back outside, Roger. Big cave and some hot water. Go inside and follow the path and make it back outside. From here, hop on the Sparrowhead. I gotta go to Sorrow's Harbor. Okay. Alright. Off to the moon, boys. Moon's haunted. We gotta go this way first. So unless we find the other essences, and that's the problem. So the only way to get the, if I remember correctly, the only way to get the moon weapons is to find the essences, fill them out, complete them, and go find the items and do all that shit. I don't know if we get a bunch of them post-campaign. So I'm going to be 100% transparent. If we finish the campaign and they haven't dropped, maybe we'll do some nightmare hunts. But otherwise, we might just move to the next piece of content, which I believe is Beyond Light. Man, I'd really like a new Sparrow. That's what I would like. Wait. We went the wrong way. Oh, we took the wrong exit. Damn it. It's on the other side. We gotta go back. The reason I need a new sparrow, guys, is this one is too slow. So maybe we'll save some bright dust. We also, because I've been giving this some thought, when we get to Edge of Fate, if I'm a new player, because you have to buy Edge of Fate, and you have to buy the... and Renegades, sorry. All the old expansions are in the... Actually... I need to check something. Okay. So we're gonna go to the, I'm looking at something. So the Legacy bundle includes Lightfall and the Final Shape. Okay. Oh, so they all include the Standard Edition. Okay. So, when we get to Edge of Fate, I'm going to act as if I have purchased the Ultimate Edition of Edge of Fate. And what that's going to give us is a new emblem, a new sparrow, a new ghost shell. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that way we just have some new cosmetics, that's all. I believe the captive cord in front of you on the other side of a tower. On that tower is the captive cord. It's over here. There will be a cave with some hive architecture in front of it. Go inside, follow the path. When you make it back outside, ride your sparrow off the platform and turn slightly to the right. Over here? What's this? This witch just in here? What is... That was creepy as shit. Do you guys see that? Oh, there's more? Oh, okay, hold up. Alright, let's clear this. Okay, there will be a cave. Alright, but we did all that. Go inside, follow the path. When you make it back outside, ride your sparrow off the platform and turn... Oh, okay. It was farther ahead. I think. I think it's up here. No? Am I... Where is it? Hold on. This is being ridiculous. Oh, okay. That's right. I forgot. This isn't the Lunar Battlegrounds. That's the area we spawn in at the start of the expansion is the Lunar Battlegrounds. This is the entrance to the... I think it's the entrance to the keep. I just wasn't paying attention. Now, we're probably not going to use the sniper, because I think the sniper's a special weapon, and there it is. And Risk Runner is just too good. But we're going to use Arc Logic. There we go, captive cord. Okay. So that's the essence of failure. So now we have to go to the Chamber of Night. Okay. We're gonna try and find the Chamber of Night by going through the Hellmouth. It's probably gonna be scuffed, but we're gonna do it. And then I'll get us two new guns, and then we can actually do the missions, because the missions, or the nightmare hunts, aren't particularly long. And we might actually beat Shadowkeep today. Which is actually huge, because if we can beat Shadowkeep, in my opinion, next to Lightfall, Shadowkeep is gonna be the worst expansion we play. Not that I think Shadowkeep is bad, per se. Just compared to Beyond Light, Witch Queen, and Final Shape. Shadowkeep is gonna be one of, if not the weakest. Because at least with Lightfall, we get Strand. And we do get some nice set pieces. But Shadowkeep is a bit repetitive. There's nothing we can really do about that, but you know, it is what it is. So, let's head down here. This is the gatehouse. I think we have to go through the World's Grave. And then go through the Chamber of Night. Which I think they're all to the right, if I remember correctly. Once we're in the World's Grave, I know I'm on the right path. Which this is not. Okay, so this is not the World's Grave. I think this is. I'm trying to use my D1 memory to get me back to where we have to go. So, yeah, I just had the itch Saturday and just played. I got off stream Friday night and said to myself, we're gonna do these bounties, we're gonna get this stuff done. And it took a little while. I had to farm the lost sectors in Nessus. Which wasn't necessarily bad. Oh, little chest. Wasn't necessarily bad. Just another Admentus. We don't need that. Let me get rid of them. And it did open up the Nessus lost sectors. Where am I? Gatehouse still? Okay. I think all these places are connected. The problem is that they're a maze to get through. Circle of Bones. Right, I think if we go back out this way... Yeah, here we go. Because this is the Hellmouth. Or the Hellmouth is directly above us, I should say. This isn't the Hellmouth. The World's Grave is... That takes us to the story mission where we got the cryptoglyph. I believe this takes us to the World's Grave, and then we'll be in line to go get the... Yeah. Yeah, it just took a little bit to figure it out. It's okay. It's okay. Just took a second. I think the World's Grave is where we saved the Shard of the Traveler. I think it's this way. Through here. No. Okay, so it's not in this room. Might be in a different room. Out of the way. Does this take me to the Chamber at night? No, this takes me to the Temple of Crota. Okay. Whew. This is arguably the worst part of Shadowkeep, is having to run around. Oh, we got another barrier. Nope, you're not getting to do that. That doesn't take me anywhere. Yeah, this is the worst part of Shadowkeep, in my opinion, is having to run around trying to figure out where to go. Because once I figure out where to go, it's a wrap. Alright, so this is back. We're still in the World's Grave. This is the big room. Right? That we came through the center door. Let's try this way. This could also be the absolute wrong way, but, you know, I'm not going to know until we go there. And if it really gets that bad, we'll just go here, Chamber of Night. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, it just takes a little time. But as I was saying, going back and forth into the Hellmouth and in down to these catacombs and mazes is kind of a pain. And I understand they wanted players to get familiar with the space and play in the space to hunt the weapons, and that's fine and dandy. But I also remember that at the time, between the Undying weapons that we got from doing the Vex offensive and the Shadowkeep weapons, a lot of people, I think outside of maybe the sword, really didn't like the Shadowkeep weapons. But I'm a sucker for destination gear. It's been one of my favorite it was one of my favorite things they introduced in Destiny 2. The fact that you could earn weapons and armor associated with a planet. And it still is one of my favorite things. It just is a bummer that it gets overshadowed by not really being needed to use while you're leveling up. Because what I think would be such a great system, and this goes back to, I think that's the boss back there. See an unstoppable ogre? Yeah. We'll take care of him real quick, don't you worry. Hold that. Dead. I'm not even using champion mods, and the dude's already dead. So what I think would be a good system is you launch the expansion, and this is what WoW does. And some people have mixed opinions on it. I personally really like it. You launch the expansion, and you, instead of having us infuse into our just best gear, we have to use the destination gear that we get from playing the campaign to raise our power level. The problem is that it's also a looter shooter, so people just want to infuse and use what they know. Which I understand. Dude, this place is popping. Why are so many people on the moon? Alright, let's check out some drip. That Warlock looks kind of good. This guy, I don't know what they're doing. This Warlock looks kind of good. That Hunter. Hunter don't look too bad with the Foe Tracer, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so let's pop these bounties real quick. Oh, we got another essence. Essence of Greed. Get machine gun kills, and then go to the Temple of Crota to get the... Oh, we're gonna have to do that. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. The Lectern of Enchantment rumbles with energy and provides you with gear to fight against nightmares and the Pyramid. We'll take Tranquility. We'll take Arc Logic. So we have the essences for the boots, the cloak, the machine gun, Tranquility, and Arc Logic. That's easy. We can do that one. So we need to get machine gun kills. And complete
The fight
activities.
continues.
What are our bounties for today? Public events. We're going to need defeat fallen
Take
on...
it.
Item not available. Did it just say I couldn't
Welcome,
collect a bounty?
Crota's End.
Oh. Oh, we must have just hit daily reset, that's why. Okay. Collect phantasmal fragments, which we're probably going to
Use
get.
it
Defeat
well.
Hive in Sorrow's Harbor. Are we going to Sorrow's Harbor? That's all the way up there. We might have to for something, so I can take that. That's no big deal. Use any kinetic weapon, defeat a combat in 3 streaks or more. We could do that. That's easy.
Use it
And
well.
with a fusion rifle, rapidly defeat. I'm not going to take... Actually, I will. We have a
Welcome,
fusion rifle on
Crota's
us.
End. Use it well.
All right. So, we need to get complete
Farewell.
patrols, public events, and lost sectors across the moon and defeat combatants with machine guns. So we will do that, but I want to first get another piece of Dreambane gear.
Ariana Kalibas.
The machine gun kills are the easy part, and then we just have to go back down to the Temple of Crota. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's slap this. Oh, arc logic is the energy weapon. Oh, surrounded. This weapon gains bonus damage when 3 or more enemies are in close proximity. Picking up special or heavy ammo automatically reloads this weapon beyond normal capacity. We'll try it out. I like Risk Runner too much, but we'll try it out, and we'll try what's Tranquility's perks. We get increased reload speed because we're running a solar super, and improved stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower. That's a PvP perk. Because you start with such low... 1 second. You start with such low ammo for special weapons that perk is almost always active. Okay. Alright. Let's go get some... Oh, there's a public event? Hold up. We're gonna do the public event first. Hopefully these guys know to do that. Beat them, beat them. While they're doing that, I'm gonna run and grab a patrol real quick. That way we can get 2 activities done with one fell swoop, which will be huge.
Is anyone there?
So grab this.
Come in.
Please be
Say
defeat
something.
Hive.
Slaughtered by fallen
Just to defeat combatants? Yes, perfect. So we don't have to worry about fighting Fallen or Hive, which is huge. Alright, let's go back and help Mulass. Molass? I don't know how to say its name. Their name. I went to say his, and stopped myself, I don't know why, and ended up saying it's, and that's not very nice. They're not an it, they're a person. They're a guardian. Killing filthy fucking aliens just like the rest of us. Oh wait, I should be... There we go. Get the machine gun kills too, start stacking them. On my face. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. See? That's the patrol complete. Already 12%. The machine gun kills are going to rack up super easy. Let's see how much this... This public event, excuse me, my brain just farted. Let's see how much this public event nets us for our activities completed. Alright, we're in the heroic event. That's fine and dandy. I'm gonna hold that. Heroic event completed. That's what I'm talking about! All right, we got a bunch of glimmer. That's 30%. That is not bad. Let's also slip on this. And we needed kinetic damage, right? That. Let's real quick. Since we're here, let's just bang out these 3 patrols, and then we can do the main mission. They're not going to take long.
All is lost.
Okay. Something back here? No, okay, they were just Vex spawned for some reason.
All is lost.
Grab this. I already grabbed that. Let's grab this chest while we're down here. Yoink. Alright, so we gotta get 11 fuel tanks. Oh, wait, hold up. So there's division. There's 2 more. There's E, and then A should be over there. So it's E, division, A. That gets us this. Now we were 30 when we did all this. We're still 36, okay. Drop that. Drop the prodigal set. Okay, there we go. What is that? It's just set dressing. Doesn't really do anything, huh? Alright, we need Fallen. There we go. That's 3 more. Reload. Go down here. There they go. There we go. That's 3 more. I used to be able to track bounties. I don't know why I can't. Defeated in streaks. Perfect. Alright. Great. Now we can focus on... We should actually do that when I'm surrounded by Thrall. That'd actually be really useful. We might actually be able to go to our Sorrow's Harbor, excuse me, and get that done. Or do this. There we go. Pick that up. That's the Shadowkeep mission. What's that? What's that? I want to see something. We're at 38. What'd that bounty get us? So bounties don't count towards... Which I think is dumb. If you want me to do activities on the moon, you typically would have players do bounties as well. But, you know, I'm not a game dev. Just need a few more of these. And there should be some more dregs spawning. Give me 1 second. My neighbor's using their leaf blower. No. Didn't want that coming through the mic. I need a new chair, guys. The piston on mine's starting to go. Get out of here. All right. So we did all that. So now we can go back and we'll use blaspheme. Then we kill Hive and get fragments. That's fine. Portal. Any portal done? Yeah. Good. I genuinely think we can get these 50 orders. We only need 18 more orders. We could probably get that done. As for the Void and Strand kills, I don't know how we're going to get all of them. But, you know, we'll see. It is what it is. Unless the machine gun we're about to get is void. Which I can't remember. It'd be pretty huge if it was. And that's the patrol. Okay. Where are we now? 48. So patrols give us 10. So let's just do...
Does anyone copy?
That was...
Anyone?
That was bad. Okay. Let's just do the story mission.
Greetings, pawn of the queen.
And we just start moving on from there, you know? Alright, defeat 3 of the remaining night... Okay, so there's nothing in particular about this. I think we'll get our information as we fly in. Why did I just get event tokens for doing that? Did I do something? I just got an event totals. I don't know why. Alright, we're going to go hunt the nightmare of Skolas. Finisher, grab the orb.
We are all consumed by that which eats away at us. For Skolas, it was his own hubris. He pursued complete control over all houses of the fallen. And through his misguided conquest, many perished. Skolas's memory serves as a permanent reminder of all the lives lost at the whim of a single Kell. No matter how hard the pyramid may try, we will not cower.
So, a fun fact about, excuse me, Shadowkeep's lore that I don't know if anybody really put together at the time. I'm sure people know all of this by now, and they're probably going to sit there and go, yeah, no duh, dipshit. But all of the nightmares we fight, if I remember the lore correctly, are our nightmares as a guardian. Because they're only enemies that we've taken down. Crota, Skolas, the Omnigul. Hit him with that shit. Kaboom. There we go. Just got him. So we had some pretty big trauma going into this expansion. And again, I'm sure somebody's talked about it in the past, and I'm sure maybe a lot of people know about it now. But the fact that these all existed because of the pyramid specifically is using our memories to try and break us. Which I think is actually, when you strip away,
Dead ahead. It's ours.
is a real good piece of storytelling. That deep down, even though we're the God Slayer, right? Even though we're the King Slayer and the Iron Wolf or the Young Wolf, we still have these nightmares locked up inside us. Which, from a writing standpoint, I always enjoyed. Because when you have a silent protagonist like the Guardian, you almost always have to make headcanon. Which is fine. But to have it in-game, in-universe canon that our Guardian suffers from trauma from all of the past, or not all of, but most of the past enemies they have felled is really nice. I really like it. And he summons his little dudes. This one. One's over here. Are these just regular dregs? Yeah. Hear him laughing in the background. There we go. Chained lightning. He's immune. Oh, we gotta beat this guy. There you are. Teleports. Where'd he go? Oh! You rat! Bastard. Oh, alright. We're gonna... Yoink. Dodge. Duck. Dive. Dip. Weave. And then just hit him when in doubt, hit him with a machine gun. Alright. We get him to come out, hit him with that, and then just... Oh! Fuck! I hate Skolas. Oh, okay. I play fast and aggressive. We did that. All right, now we gotta start charging up some special ammo. Again, I wish he didn't damage gate. Hold that. Okay, go. He does his thing. Run. That. All right. Last phase. Fully reloaded. Shouldn't have done that. He's right on me. Got him. All right, let's go. Essence of Pride, new quest. Cleansing this essence will grant you... That's right, it gives us the...
Eris, Skolas has been taken care of.
Find me when you are ready.
Could be the chest piece, could be the helmet. I really don't know. But we're gonna go cleanse it, and we're gonna just move on. Does that actually count towards our... Ooh. Another order. Thank you. Does that count towards our essence quest? It does not. Okay. Oh, it gets us the... Defeat nightmares throughout the solar system. We got to go back out to the world, boys. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to get all 3 of these essences, and we're going to do a world tour. And we're going to just see what they need, and then do all of it at once, get all of our loot, and then push and beat the campaign. Because once we get out of Shadowkeep, which we're on 5 more steps, we can then go to, I'm pretty sure it's Beyond Light. I think 30th Anniversary came out in between Beyond Light and Witch Queen, which it did. So post Shadowkeep, we can't do any of the seasonal stuff. We can go and start Beyond Light, which I like. I'm a personal fan of Beyond Light. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I was really excited for it. I like Europa. I think it's one of the best zones Bungie's made. I think it's a shame that we don't go to it nearly enough. And I also am a firm believer that we should be getting...
That is not Simon.
I'll never make it there in time. That's not worth it. I'm a firm believer that we should actually get the Deepstone Crypt as a dungeon. And, you know, some people would sit there and go, we went to the Deepstone Crypt in the raid. No, we did the first encounter of the raid in the Deepstone Crypt. And then we went to the space station. And we did the rest of the raid on a space station. The Deepstone Crypt, it has not been fully explored. All right, let's do this one. I believe this may be Gaul? I'm not sure. We're going to find out. Legacy campaign. We'll keep our setup. Not much we could really do. Blasphemer's okay, but it's not my favorite. I just wanted to show it off. As we start getting into these expansions, we're going to start getting more and more toys to use. And you will just see...
Years ago, Tanyx tore the vanguard apart
Tanyx.
over mere bounty. And Obrask was murdered in cold blood.
You will just start seeing a lot of older gear just be
Tanyx
dismantled.
would ultimately die for this on the orders of Cade 6. But the
Because when we get to
scars
Renegades, we're going to have everything open to us. And once we beat Renegades...
Once again, the
Here, hold
pyramid
that.
takes advantage of our collective pain. We will not succumb.
There we go. Once we beat Renegades, we'll be able to go into the portal and get tiered gear. And then once we get tiered gear, the next part of the challenge is to build essentially what I find the most fun build I can. Try and get the jump on me. Did you see that shit? Out of my face. Yoink. Oh, if we have to go to the Temple of Crota, we might actually get the Ethereal Charm while we're down here, which would be a huge plus. Oh, we're rank 90 already? Shit. This is what I'm saying. If you have alts and you're struggling to hit your season pass, or to rank up your season pass, I want to go see what that thing is down there. We're going to run down here real quick. I think it's going to lead us this way anyway. If you have alts and you're struggling to max out your season pass and you're tired of just doing orders and the portal, if you have alts that are on that haven't finished campaigns, do those campaigns. Because one, you're going to get orders done just by playing the game. That's literally what's been happening to me the past 2 weeks, is I've been getting tons of orders done just by playing this campaign. Because remember, orders are tailored to, I believe, your gear and play style. So all of these orders have been stasis because of my machine gun, rapid final blows because I'm using an SMG, SMG kills, solar or arc kills, super kills. So not only will you get this done, and you'll get tons of mats and currencies that you need, but you'll also get your season pass ranked up. When I started 2 weeks ago, I think I was 71. And remember, I've only been streaming this It's only been like 4 days. I don't play, besides doing the lost sectors and bounties after stream those past 2 nights, I don't play this character. So it just feeds into... There it is. It just feeds into the reward pass. Grab it? Alright, good. We don't have to come back down here, which is perfect, actually. You take damage? Yeah, okay. Take damage. Oh. There we go. Oh, get away. Give me these orbs for that health. Start chaining lightning. Listen, if you're not prepared, these nightmare hunts can give you hands. Which is crazy. Because as you... It's probably because we don't have gear. If I was running an optimal build with optimal aspects and fragments, I would probably just rinse all of these nightmare hunts one after another. But when you're starting fresh, if you're a new player and you're doing these for the first time, I know Risk Runner's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but if you don't get a good drop from something like this heavy machine gun, you could be here a little while. Now, I don't know what the new light kits would give us from Ikora that give you the... That was close. I don't know what the new light kits would give us from Ikora, whether that would just make things easier, but... Okay, here we go. Up. Now, I will say we are at the disadvantage. Bastard. We are at the disadvantage that we didn't cleanse the helmet, which would have given us another mod to add resistance to or against Taniks. And it kind of is what it is. He's immune. Wait, was that the one we had to go kill nightmares? Hold up. Defeat Fallen on the Moon. Hold up.
We got him in the end, Eris.
Hold on.
Good. We
That was the one that said we had to go out into the world, right? Nightmares defeated on the moon grant no progress. I'm not gonna fucking complain. Don't you say shit to Bungie. Okay, chat? Because that... Some new player is going to get that quest and sit there and say, man, I'm chilling on the moon, I'm doing some other stuff, and they're gonna do a story mission like we just did, and it's gonna auto-complete, and they're gonna sit there and go, oh, dude, this is great, I didn't have to leave at all. That used to be the just... That used to be a pain. Because like the lectern bounty I did, you used to have to go out to the EDZ. I remember that's what I did. I went out to the EDZ and just farmed one lost sector. Over and over and over again. Now, was that the most optimal? No, probably not. Was it the most fun? No, not really. But it's what worked. Now we don't even have to leave the moon. And we get the helmet, because I think it drops us right in Sanctuary. Let's go. We'll cleanse the helmet. Gives us a new piece of gear. And it gives us more resistance against nightmares. Good shit, good shit, good shit. Look at that. And we can get rid of the Exodus down helmet. There's no reason to use that. Let's back this up. We're gonna stack them. We use everything except the golf balls. Because we didn't earn any yet. We haven't ranked up our little pass yet. And we'll throw on a Dreambane mod. Alright, now let's see. What am I looking at? So 92 grenade. So we'll go grenade. Call... Maybe... Grenade, super. And then we gotta pick another one. I'll probably go... Health? So we have our 3 grenade mods, right? Yeah, grenade, grenade, grenade. This one we're gonna put super. Up by 3, so we get our super faster. Gain bonus super energy on grenade kills. Yes, sir, yes, sir. And then... we will do... Oh... Probably do kinetic siphon. Because we don't really have a solar weapon to use right now. Well, I mean, we have Allegro, but... that's not really useful. Alright, boys, the Yankee game is starting. We got the Yankee score. Not on deck, but I'll get a notification if someone goes yard. That's all I really care about. I care about winning and going yard. Alright, so we gotta go do this mission.
Created ghosts
We're gonna go to Sorrow's Harbor.
to open doors.
And see if altars are running. If people are running altars, I'll do a quick one. Because I want to see what perks roll on that machine gun. That machine gun might not be better than ours. It might be poo-poo.
It's right behind me.
Wait, let's... there it is. Always grab a patrol.
I'll hold them off. I can't do it. I can't fight another.
And then go kill some hive. I like the sword part, huh? The domino. Boom. Alright, we got the patrol done. Can I get a sword? There we go. There it is. Join the public event. Got him. Tons of orbs. Love it. There it is, baby. 66. I think there's a... no, there's not. I thought there was a... oh. Homie whiffed his super so hard. Come on, it's the last one we need. Oh, yes. 76. All right. Now I wonder if doing these two 78. Let's see if these...
Pawn of the Queen.
Alright, so we gotta follow Toland.
There is something you must see. Carry your thinking machine to the place I send you.
So, what we're gonna do, boys, is see if these patrols net us what we need. Hopefully they do. And then we can get the machine gun. And hopefully it's a good roll. Might sit there and turn around and be like, that roll's garbage. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
There is much history in the dust here. Grasp a handful, and you will hold light now extinguished. You will hold power misguided.
It's so funny because, dude, Toland was such a cool character, and then you realize that he's just fucking with you every chance he gets. Oh no, that's 86. We might actually do that. Hold on, we're gonna do this patrol. Any chance he gets, he's fucking with you.
Fallen are ruthless. Fight like they have nothing left to lose.
What is this? Hunt the nightmare of Volnix, the Death Keeper. A little minor nightmare hunt? Yeah, sure, why not? And then actually we might be able just to open up some chests and shit and get our essence fulfilled. And then we can go and do the last nightmare hunt and then go and take on the final mission. And honestly, I think we might be ready to move on from... Why is it taking... Where is this taking me? I need to know where the patrol goes. Oh, hold on. Go to the lunar battlegrounds and take out the night. Okay, back to the battlegrounds. We're going back to where we came from. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of can't wait to get out of Shadowkeep and move on to Beyond Light, because I know there's so much more stuff to go through with Beyond Light. And it's not as much back and forth. A lot of the Shadowkeep expansion is find a quest and go back and forth between the same 4 locations. Where Beyond Light sort of travels through Europa, and then when you get to the end of it, it's all wrapped up and you get a nice screenshot of Aramis frozen in space. Oh, okay. All right. So, Lunar Battlegrounds. Nightmare is around... It's probably... up there? These are all hive, so I'm gonna take a bet and say it's up here by the actual installation. Hello? Nightmare areas. I'm gonna... Hold this. Got him. What does that net us? 94. So I think if we just open some caches, we should be good to go and have this clear. Why did that just... not register? Alright. So, I'll go over here. This will probably get us to 96. So they're 2% a pop, which means I just need a couple more packets of helium filament. Which actually, hold on. We're gonna loop back up here. Couple packets of helium filament, and then we'll be set. And that'll be the machine gun essence done, and then we can do the final Dreambane hunt and get the chest piece. Right? Or we have the chest piece? Let me get rid of this now. And get rid of... this is there was a solar weapon, but I don't... Let's go back. We're gonna go to the Hellmouth just because I need to go there for the quest, and it'll be a lot easier for me to zip around on my Sparrow without having to deal with the fighting. And we could probably easily grab 2 helium filaments to complete the essence. And then... Did that just auto-progress? Oh, we're gonna take it, boys. We have to kill Fallen! We have to kill 100 Fallen. Well, the best place to do that is probably a Lost Sector. In the first zone, Anchor of Light. There we go. There's just 3 ogres camping out. Just straight chilling. That's absolutely wild. Alright, let's do this. Who's this fight? I think this is Gaul? Might be. Not entirely sure. I will say I did start Edge of Fate on my Warlock last night. I gotta be honest, dude. Lodi is, in my opinion... Oh, it's Fogoth. Lodi is probably, arguably, the best thing Bungie has put into this game in the past year and a half, since the end of Final Shape. Where... What's their name? Nimbus. Oh, dude, there's... Couldn't even remember their name. Where Nimbus was such a shit character due to their writing, Lodi's the complete other opposite end of that spectrum. Lodi's writing and the fact that he's literally just a man out of time is one of the best parts of Edge of Fate. And I think it gets marred because a lot of people had a fit about Matter Spark. And listen, I understand. You don't want to be a Metroid ball for 3/4 of the campaign runtime, right? That makes sense. But in my opinion, Edge of Fate was one of the best narratives Bungie put to paper in a long time. And people sit there and argue with me, oh, the Final Shape, da-da-da-da. The Final Shape was good because it had the 10-year build-up. The Final Shape as a standalone story is just kind of okay. Where I personally believe, and you can disagree, 100% totally fine. I'm not one of those Destiny fans that's going to tell you you're wrong for your opinion. They exist out there, man, and they fucking suck. You sit there coming in the comments telling you that your opinion's dog shit. Now, we can have differing opinions. I genuinely believe that Edge of Fate's campaign, with all of its narrative twists and turns, was one of the better campaigns Bungie has put to paper in recent history. I definitely think it's better than Renegades, because I have my problems with Renegades campaign, and we will discuss that when we get to it, but I think there were a lot of missed opportunities with Renegades narrative, and some people sit there, and it's funny because where people complained about Edge of Fate's campaign only being Matter Spark, almost all of Renegades' campaign was just running Lawless Frontier. And nobody really seemed to bat an eye. And where Edge of Fate's campaign was really good, nobody really talked about it. All they complained about was the gameplay, and it's vice versa for Renegades. I just find it interesting. From what I've gathered, is the team that put Renegades together, and this is it's just through the grapevine. You take it with a grain of salt, but from what I've gathered, the Renegades team was one of the seasonal teams that do the seasonal updates. So Undying, Season of Dawn, Season of Worthy, that kind of thing. Where Edge of Fate was, if I'm remembering correct, like a typical expansion team. Oh my god, go. Defeat the nightmares, bring down the barrier, and continue to hunt through for Bogoth. Bogoth's over there. There it is. But Renegades isn't a shit expansion. Where Lightfall is a really disappointing expansion, Renegades, in my opinion, isn't as disappointing. Because I think there are some cool set pieces, but I wasn't sold on the Star Wars inspired expansion. Because if you kind of look at it, the big missions in that expansion are just one-to-one recreations of Star Wars scenes. I mean, the entire opening mission is just a recreation of the end of A New Hope. And then the entire final mission is just a recreation of the end of... I'm sorry, not the end of New Hope, but the bit before the end of A New Hope where they're storming the Death Star. And the final mission is just a bit of a recreation of the finale of Return of the Jedi. Renegades is one of those things where they sit there and say to us, oh, it's Star Wars inspired. Get away. But when you actually sit down and play the expansion, it's not so much Star Wars inspired, excuse me, as it is just kind of a one-to-one to Star Wars. And I just wasn't a particular fan of that, not because I don't like Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Star Wars Episode 3 is probably one of my favorite films of all time. And Episode 6 is my favorite of the original trilogy. But... we're gonna bully the shit out of this guy. And he damage gated again. And I'm on a wall, and that's how he kills you. This is also how you die. There we go. Got him. All right. Essence of Fear. Defeat Hive on the moon. Okay.
The nightmare of Fogoth is no more, Eris.
And we grow
All right. That took a little brain power. Sorry about that. So, I love Star Wars. But I don't play Destiny for Star Wars. I play Destiny for Destiny. Because Destiny is its own thing. It's this, and a lot of people forget this. Destiny is technically launched as a post-apocalyptic sci-fi shooter. Looter shooter, sorry. And somebody might sit there and go, no, it didn't. Really? Go back and play Destiny 1. The whole setup of Destiny 1 is that humanity had this big golden age, and then something happened, and all of civilization collapsed. And everywhere you went, it was a broken down, abandoned cities and towns. And it's still like that. You look at Europa. If we ever get old Chicago, it's going to look like that. The EDZ looks like that. The Cosmodrome. It was always in the vein of post-apocalyptic. But it carried the sci-fi aesthetic. That's one of the reasons I love Destiny 1 so much, is because it was a story about struggle and survival. Our backs were against the wall almost the entire story, up until Age of Triumph. And that was finally the moment of breathing. And then Destiny 2, we get punched in the mouth with the Red War, where they missed an opportunity to have Gaul be one of the best villains in the franchise. And I made a whole video on that about a year or two ago. That Gaul is arguably the most wasted potential Bungie has ever created. And at no point did I ever sit here and say, man, I want to fly a TIE fighter. Or sit here and say, I want to fly the Normandy from Mass Effect. No. If I want to do those things, there are games that let me do those things. Almost dropped my ghost shell. If I want to fly a TIE fighter, Battlefront exists. If I want to fly the Normandy, Mass Effect exists. I don't play Destiny to do those things. And I think... Oh, it's arc. Are these weapons all arc? What's the roll? Subsistence and snapshot? Subsistence is pretty good. We'll test it out. I really do like Coiffure Furor. Almost said Führer. That's not kosher, man. But I don't play Destiny to get those experiences. I play Destiny to have a unique experience to Destiny. And I really felt like when they announced Renegades, a lot of it was banking on people liking Star Wars, and it was just, it almost felt, and I could be in the minority, but it almost felt like a bit of a cash grab. You got the Star Wars music, you got the Star Wars outfits, the scene in the hallway with the lightsaber, and everyone just throws the money at the screen. And listen, if you find it fun, I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong. How much time? A minute and 21. Okay. We can go fight some Fallen while we wait. It's just one of those things that didn't resonate that much with me. And I get it, they're in their experimental phase, and they're throwing stuff at the wall, and they're trying stuff. I saw a comment the other day that said, remember when Bungie used to, or someone made a comment on a TikTok and said, oh man, when Bungie leans into their horror, leans into the horror aspect of Destiny, it's really cool. And it made me realize some of Destiny's best moments, besides the big bombastic spectacle, are when it's really creepy and almost horror-esque, like you're going through, hell, even the Hellmouth, but in D1 when things weren't so bright and it was dark and dimly lit and you didn't know what was around you. That's when Destiny almost shines in terms of Destiny 2. Because it brings back that feeling of isolation, desperation, all alone in a big empty world where all that's here are aliens that want to just gut you like a fish.
Is that it?
We just scanned the Fallen catch inbound.
So that's why I hope if we get Shattered Cycle and the Alchemist, that it leans into that. That we get a little bit of that scary horror vibes, especially if we're going to Old Chicago. I don't want Old Chicago to be bright and have a lot of color to it. I want it to be dim and dark and dingy and almost a little claustrophobic. So you constantly feel like wherever you're going, something's gonna jump out at any minute. Alright, time to grab these. Grab this. Alright, good. Our blueberry knows. He knows what the fuck to do! Yoink. Alright. And we're gonna do the second leg over here. These, pick up the orbs. And that should be the orb. Heroic. I mean, we're not killing a lot of Hive. I don't know how much the walker's gonna count, right? I think we get a bunch of Fallen to spawn in. Excuse me. I'm waiting for the second, here it is. Second turret to drop. Ah. I shot it out too soon. A little early with that. Here we go. I'm gonna focus on the ads. Because I need Fallen. I made it heroic. That's all I care about. There we go. And it's done. Okay. So, oh, we're almost done. Good. Good. Nice, nice. So that gives us the vest, and that gives us the grips, and those are the last 2 pieces of armor we need to finish the campaign. Got a sniper. Gonna delete that shit. I'm also gonna delete this. Okay. Let's go spin the block a couple times. Knock out some fallen. Actually, you know what? We're right near a lost sector that has a ton of them. So I'm just gonna go in there and kill them. And then we'll walk back through the Hellmouth real quick and just slaughter a bunch of them. I keep saying we're gonna move on from Shadowkeep, and I keep forgetting that Eris Morn might potentially have all of her post-campaign side quests. Which, if she does, we're gonna be here for a little bit. I think we'll get Death Singer. Might even get Xenophage. But it all depends. We get all 100? Got all 100. Okay. Alright. Sorrow's Harbor. Actually, this is probably the best place to farm Hive because they keep popping out of the altars. Ooh. Going for an hour and a half already. Shit. Might as well take a break here in a minute and go get some more water. Oh, and altar's up too. Shit, it's perfect actually.
I can hear it.
Just about to start. Okay, where are they spawning from? There we go. Yeah, I do not like this as much as I like the other one. Just because I think I like heating up more. Tangled web grips. Essence of Fear. Oh, is that all the Hive? Did we do it? Oh, dude, hell yeah. Quick and easy, what am I telling you, boys? Quick and easy. Alright, let's use this. This is kind of carrying us, I'm not gonna lie. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of these. We still have not gotten another pulse rifle. That's crazy. All right, we get the chest. We get the gloves. Yeah, there's still a whole nother set of weapons we could get. I think we have to wear a full set to go in. To go in the That looks so bad. We're not doing that. I think we need the full set to go into the mission, but we will rank up our gear real quick. Level it up.
Vel, I failed you.
70, 54, 57. Yeah, it's probably the split we're going to do, health and
With its dying
super.
breath, the traveler created ghosts.
So we'll do this. Grenade final blow creates orbs. Causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown.
You
Grant class ability energy when you call. Causing damage with a powered melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. Yeah, and then we'll put just. Oh wait, no, we can't.
with its dying
Can't do that. I
breath,
need the
traveler
bonus
created
defense
ghosts
against the nightmares.
to open doors.
And we'll do the same thing for this.
The pyramid seeks to trick me with Toland's phantom, but he is not deceased.
Oh yeah, she just dropped that line that Toland's not dead. Okay, we'll do harmonic resistance, concussive resistance,
The hive do not.
and we'll do stasis regeneration. Is that stasis? Put a cloak. Alright, we're all set. That's a pretty
It
decent
phantoms
early leveling
of all
split.
the things that haunt me. Hesitation is not among them. Our world collapsed in pain and agony under the weight of these pyramids. What lies within? More of the same? It doesn't matter. We must know.
See, what's weird about Shadowkeep is that the
unknown
Scarlet
can
Keep
act
shows
as
up.
a siren that draws us in.
And after we fight Hashladun, none of the expansion revolves around it. It's all about the pyramid.
Please. Do not let yourself be consumed.
I know the plot setup is that the Scarlet Keep is erected, and that's what pulls the Guardians to the moon. And in that, Eris discovers the pyramid. But the Keep and the pyramid are not correlated with each other whatsoever. You now stand at the precipice of the future. The pyramid holds many secrets within. Lift the veil, find a way inside, look for something within. Anything that might help humanity fight the oncoming storm. Return to the enduring abyss with a full set of Dreambane armor equipped, and find a way inside the pyramid. So now we can just pick up Dreambane armor from her, if we want. Which we're not going to. Alright, we're going to do this quest, and then I'll probably take my break. Go downstairs, get some water, use the bathroom, you know, that kind of thing. But this may be it, boys. We may be finally out of Shadowkeep, which is huge. Because then we can get to Beyond Light, and Beyond Light will give us stasis. And then, I'm going to be honest, we're probably going to build into stasis until we get to Lightfall, and then we'll build into Strand. Oh, they're already on the boss, so we're going to kill this guy first. And then after we get through Lightfall, we're just going to build into Prismatic. Because at that point, we should have a good handful of exotics. And we'll be pretty set to build, and Prismatic's busted on all classes, so. And we don't even need the class item from Final Shape to get a good build going. Which is good. I go beat that guy's ass. Where do you think you're going? Back up. I said, back up. Yeah, this shotgun's probably gonna get scrapped once we get something better for it. There we go. There it is. Here it comes, boys. 50 seconds. I don't know if we can do it. Jerky Bigfoot over there. $30 seconds. We might not. I might be able to pull this off. Hold on. Got it. Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we got Heretic! What's the roll on that? We can finally get rid of this thing. Now we at least have a rocket launcher. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, that's fucking gross. That's not good. I don't like field prep because it means I can't move. I have to be crouched. Is what it is. Can't complain. That's what RNG said we needed. And that's that. So, alright, let's finish Shadowkeep. And potentially move on. Now, I'm gonna be honest. The rule was to have a full set of expansion gear equipped going into the next expansion, and we technically have all 8 slots filled because we have 3 expansion weapons and then 3 armors, and then 5 armor pieces. So I just may not do the other essences.
Destroyed so many lives so long ago. Getting inside is paramount. We must find something.
Because the idea was that the expansion weapons would have decent rolls where world drops wouldn't. But it's actually been the other way around.
Tricks they may play within.
The world drops we have gotten have been kind of carrying us, especially this LMG. But I think that's just the nature of Shadowkeep's weapons. Because I know for a fact later expansions, especially Final Shape and Edge of Fate, those weapons have some really great rolls. I'm not a fan of the heat sink weapons from Renegades. I'll try them out for the sake of the challenge, but not really my go-to.
The pyramid is waiting.
And this is where our ghost gets hijacked. Do we have to fight these guys? No, we don't. We just go right there, right? Yeah. Out of my way. There it is. There's the light.
It beckons us to come closer.
Before we do that, because I'm going to forget to pop these. Get ourselves some bright dust. This is almost on. See, dude, I told you, we only need 7 more to finish that order, which is huge.
Violence, beauty, truth. These things await inside. There's no turning back now.
All right.
Welcome. We've been waiting.
We've got barely any ammo. Our super's almost charged.
You're so close now. Just a little further.
Hey, look, it's Gaul. Now, if I remember correctly, these are all damage gated. Okay, get those. That. Grab that. Is he ready yet? No, he's not. Oh, there's one left. That's why. I'm also not gonna lie. Dares of Eternity is gonna get us some really good gear in terms of weapons. I think this is the damage gate where it kicks us out. Yeah. Okay.
The Red War saw so many lives lost. Saw the light taken away so easily. In light, there is only weakness.
There's our buddy Thick Rule. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I should have did that in reverse and gotten grenade energy back. That's okay. There's that. A little scream. Play my life. Play the life. Alright, now bully him. Alright, he damage gates.
The light abandoned Cade, left him for dead, and kept him from being saved.
And Crota. I think Crota's the final fight? I think we have to go find another knight. Alright, we got our grenade back, which is good. Oh, not tall enough. That's where we used to have to pick up Chalice. I got Chalice. I think I have to do it one more time. Got him. I think that's it. I think those are all three. Oh, creepy.
One by one, Crota slaughtered many guardians. The light stood by and did nothing.
It looks like there's three warlocks there, and then you come up and it's
In light, there is only death.
split. I never actually noticed that.
Come to us. Do not be afraid. Respite lies ahead.
The anomaly. The unknown artifact. Oh, and this is it. This is the end of Shadowkeep. We did it, boys. And we're back in the garden. I will say that's one thing Shadowkeep did really well. It tied the Black Garden into the campaign. So it makes sense for us to go to the Black Garden.
You made it. We have heard your cries for help. And soon we will answer. Who are you? Don't you recognize us? We are not your friend. We are not your enemy. We are your salvation.
Not gonna lie. Dude, that cutscene, when it came out, was pretty fucking hype. For all of its problems, Shadowkeep has some good moments. The You're All Insufferable scene with Eris and Ikora. This cutscene. The problem is that it was marred down by a really mediocre season in Season of Undying. And the whole campaign was a lot of back and forth with not much dialogue, not many cutscenes. There she is. There's the spooky bitch. Pretty fire framing. And this was the birth of Stasis. And it's crazy because I never put that together when this happened. Because I'm going to be 100% honest, I really didn't know what happened in this cutscene when it launched. Got some portals done? Yeah. Yeah. Big payout. Return to Eris with the unknown artifact. All right.
They are not our salvation. They're our destruction. This has been a manipulation from the very start. They know we're here. They know what we've found. The artifact you recovered may be tainted. After all, they wanted us to have it. But treasure such as this is far too valuable to destroy. I must stay and study it with the utmost care. Whatever I discover, you will be the first to know.
Eris believes that whatever these things are, they want nothing more than to destroy everything we hold dear. She takes the unknown artifact from you. She desires to study it in hopes of making sense of what you saw in the pyramid.
In the meantime, the nightmares continue to plague parts of our galaxy, leaving only suffering in their wake. If we ignore them, they fester and spread. How long before they reach the last city? How long before our friends become infected with this same torment? We will not let this come to pass. These nightmares must be kept at bay. Whatever it takes.
All right. Your success in entering the pyramid and obtaining the artifact has prepared us more than ever for the looming threat of the darkness. But there is no time to rest. Help Eris dispel the phantoms of her lost fire team, hunt nightmares on higher difficulties, uncover the secrets of the moon's lost sectors, find further nightmare essences spread across the moon, and gather phantasmal fragments to choose essences from the lectern of enchantment. So this gives us the essence of brutality, hand cannon kills, activities completed, and the necromantic strand in the Hall of Wisdom. Okay, this is where I want to see if this actually happens. Moda was so complete the Lunar Spelunker bounty to earn firewall data fragment. Use the fragment to access the system core in the Revelation Lost Sector. Moda was a hunter who walked with us on our doomed journey for vengeance against Crota. Most of us did not make it, however she fell to the wizard Omnigul laughing as she died. Reclaim the true memory of Moda for Eris Morn by searching the system. Okay. So that's that. So we have 2. So we gotta pick that up.
Use it well.
Okay. So Eris Morn has our whole fire team here.
Kingslayer.
And it looks like this is what we're gonna be doing. So we gotta do all 3 lost sectors. We gotta go speak with Zavala. So Zavala finishes up the campaign, and then we have these side quests and do the essences. So let's go talk to oh, dude. This Titan's looking good. Ravage, if you're watching. I didn't want to do that, I apologize.
No one else can do what must be done.
Looks dope. Alright, we're leaving here. Miss input. Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Zavala, and then we're gonna formulate our game plan, boys. We're gonna formulate what to do. Because the one part of the brain is going, alright, let's just go to Beyond Light, okay? And the other part of the brain said, hold up, you said this was a challenge. And we gotta get through the expansion content, minus raids and dungeons, to move on. I did make a promise to you guys that I was going to get through expansion content to move on. And really build out this Guardian. So we're at an hour and 53 minutes for this stream, which one of the longer ones I've done in recent memory. I'm thinking we talk to Zavala. We wrap everything up in a tight bow for today. We finished the campaign. Campaign's done. So now we're on to post-campaign content. Nightmare hunts. The memories of the fire team. The essences are kind of neither here nor there. So I'm thinking we wrap the campaign up, call it a day, and Saturday we'll start the post-campaign content.
The list of those who have tried to strip us of our light goes on and on. But this new threat, they will be like nothing we faced before. I've often wondered about the collapse, about how it might have been different had Guardians been there. But I don't have to wait for them to come back to have my answer. It's already standing right in front of me. They claim to be our salvation. No. We will be theirs.
No need to waver, Guardian. The Vanguard stands behind you every step of the way. The light is our strength. The darkness will never take that from us. Fight on. And we get one enhancement prism. So Legacy Shadowkeep. Go share your findings with Ikora. I think we get an exotic. Which if we get an exotic, we might build out of the Blade Barrage. Depends. Let's go see what it is. This will actually give me a good idea of what to set up.
Anything you need?
Get rid of these.
Things.
Oh, it's an
Our
engram.
salvation. They drudge up our traumas, and for what? To distract us, destroy us. We've spent too much time
Assassin's
looking
Cowl
backwards at
would be
tragedies beyond our control. Towards the collapse, the Red War. Cade. Enough. Our enemy lays themselves bare out of ego. But they underestimate the strength of Guardians. They want a fight. We will give it to them.
All right, your discoveries within the pyramid are key to the future and survival of all, but the nightmares continue their attack across the entire system beyond our moon. They must not be allowed to spread any farther. Stay vigilant. Keep the nightmares at bay on every planet. Our fight has only begun. And we get an exotic engram.
Good luck.
So the Shadowkeep quest is defeated. Now we just have the post-campaign. Which is going to be a good amount of stuff, actually, because we have to do the 5 nightmare, or the 5 fire team quests.
Hello, Guardian. Welcome.
Stompies. Buff, slide, sprint, and jumping. That is good for... Put this on. Alright. So now that we're out of this campaign, we're going to start slipping these on. Grant additional damage to your super against nightmare bosses. Against nightmare hunt bosses. This does not stack with other mods that provide the same or greater benefits. We'll put that one on. That's fine. We will drop that and slip on... What is this one? Grant additional damage against shields created by nightmare hunt bosses, and we'll keep this. Oh, we'll keep those two the same. So we get the 2 damage resistance, and then we get some damage buffs. All right. Let's start clearing out our inventory, because we're not using a lot of this stuff. We'll keep the Night Watch. Live Fire can go away. Kvashtov is still... We're going to keep that Kvashtov. This origin story can get scrapped. This blue pulse can get scrapped. I know I don't have a pulse. I don't care. The shotgun can get scrapped. Honestly, we'll get rid of this. The hand cannon we'll keep right now because we need hand cannon kills. We'll keep everything else the same. Okay. Okay, perfect. So, let's head back to orbit, and we'll discuss plans for next weekend's stream. Because I do have some things to take care of around the house today, and I think 2 hours is a pretty good stream size. So, we're in post-campaign content for Shadowkeep. I'm getting my little content in order. So, the plan was to do the campaign, whatever weapon quests we get, Nightmare Hunt, Altars, we've done all that. So, before we can move on to Europa, we do need to clean up the post-campaign content in Shadowkeep, which is going to consist of the Essence of Brutality, just because we got it post-campaign, we're going to do it. This I'll probably also do, since I showed them off today. This I will do off screen just because it's doing patrols and the like of that. But this will save for next week. So next week when we start, we're going to jump right in with the Memory of Saimoda, which is going to be running 3 lost sectors in order: Communion, Logistics, Crew Quarters. And then we will access this. Once we finish the Saimoda quest, I don't know how this works, because back when Shadowkeep was relevant content, you used to have to do them weekly. You wouldn't get these quests every time you finished one. You'd get a new memory quest at the start of the new week. If that's the case, then I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. We're not doing them. The reason being is because we are on a time limit. We have to get through... We have 57 days. And by the time we do this next week, it'll be 50. But we have to get through Beyond Light, Dares of Eternity, Witch Queen, Lightfall, Final Shape, Edge of Fate, and Renegades within 50 days. So I'm going to put a poll out on YouTube. Sorry, my mind just went blank. I'm going to pull a poll out on YouTube and a poll out on my Instagram story, and I'll see what gets the most. And it's going to be a question of, do you guys want to see the post-campaign content for the expansions? And we also have these nightmare hunts. So this is the weekly story mission. And then we have these nightmare hunts, which I think just give us nightmare gear. Yeah. Or do you want me just to go to the next expansion? Now, it can be a scenario where I do post-campaign stuff off-stream, and then I just show you guys the big main content on-stream. So, I'll put that poll up right after I end stream, and then we'll know what's going to happen going forward. So next week, we are either, based on the poll, we are either going to start and do the memories quests, which hopefully they give us to them all at once, or if you guys vote, we're going to go right into Beyond Light, which honestly, I wouldn't be upset about, because we did show off essentially almost all of Shadowkeep's content. There's not much more to show off besides Pit and Garden of Salvation, which we're not doing, because we're not doing raids and dungeons for this challenge, and there's no exotic mission tied to that. So I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm cool with it either way. But if it's a case where people say, no, just play the campaigns on stream, then I'm going to play this all off my own and my downtime and just have fun playing Destiny and sort of gearing up for Beyond Light. With all that being said, thank you guys for hanging out today. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. It is always a pleasure to talk to you boys. I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. And until next time, remember, it's all about having fun. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. out.